Once upon a time, in a bright and bustling town, lived a little girl named Nary. Nary was curious, kind, and loved adventures more than anything. Today was a very special day. It was her first day at a brand new school, Sunny Meadows Elementary. As the sun peeked through her window, Nary jumped out of bed, her heart fluttering with a mix of excitement and a tiny bit of nervousness. She put on her favorite yellow dress, grabbed her bright blue backpack, and was ready to go. Her mom drove her to the school. It was even bigger and more colorful than she had imagined. There was a huge playground with a swirly slide and a big, friendly-looking oak tree in the middle of the schoolyard.
Kids were laughing and chasing each other, and the air was filled with happy sounds. Nary took a deep breath, waved goodbye to her mom, and walked through the big red gates.
The classroom was just as vibrant as the outside.
The walls were covered in cheerful drawings, and a kind-faced teacher, Ms. Applewood, welcomed her with a warm smile. Nary found an empty seat near the window.
She looked around at all the new faces, wondering who she would become friends with.
Everyone seemed to already know each other, and Nary started to feel a little bit lonely.
During recess, everyone rushed out to the playground. Nary followed slowly, watching the other kids form groups.
Some were on the swings. Others were playing tag.
Nary walked over to the big oak tree and sat down in its shade, pulling a book from her backpack.
She loved reading, but today she wished she had someone to share her stories with.
Just then, she heard a soft rustling sound from the bushes near the tree.
Peeking out from behind a leaf was a pair of long, floppy ears and two big, curious brown eyes. It was a little bunny. He had soft, gray fur and a twitching pink nose. He looked just as shy as Nary felt. Slowly, the bunny hopped out of the bushes and sat a few feet away from her. Nori's eyes widened in wonder. She had never seen a bunny this close before. She stayed very still, not wanting to scare him away. The bunny twitched his nose again and took a tiny hop closer. Nary smiled gently. "Hello?" she whispered. "My name is Nary. What's yours?" The bunny just wiggled his ears, as if he was listening. Nary decided to name him Bunna. She broke off a tiny piece of the carrot stick from her lunchbox and held it out. "Are you hungry, Bunna?" she asked softly. Bunna sniffed the air, his nose twitching faster and faster. He took another cautious hap, and then another, until he was right in front of her hand. He gently nibbled the carrot from her fingers. Nary giggled. His whiskers tickled her palm. Just as Bunna finished the carrot, the bell rang, signaling the end of recess. Nary had to go back inside. "I have to go, Bunna," she said sadly. "But I'll come back tomorrow." "Will you be here?" Bunna simply twitched his ears and hopped back into the bushes. As Nary walked back to her classroom, she couldn't stop smiling. She had made a new friend, and she couldn't wait to see him again. The next day, Nary rushed to the playground during recess, her heart hoping Bunna would be there. She sat under the same oak tree and waited. A moment later, the familiar floppy ears poked out from the bushes. Bunna was there.
He hopped right over to her. And this time Nary had brought a whole carrot just for him.
From that day on, Nary and Bunna met under the oak tree every single recess.
Nary would read her books aloud to Bunna, telling him all about dragons, magical castles, and faraway lands.
Bunna would listen intently, munching on the snacks Nary brought for him.
Sometimes they would just sit in comfortable silence enjoying the sunshine and each other's company. Nary's loneliness had completely disappeared. School was now her favorite place to be, all thanks to her little furry friend.
One day, as Nary was sharing her apple with Bunna, a girl from her class named Lily walked over.
"Who are you talking to?" Lily asked, looking confused. Nary was a little nervous, but she pointed to Bunna. "This is my friend, Bunna," she said. Lily's eyes lit up. "Wow, he's so cute. Can I pet him?" Nary wasn't sure. Bunna was usually shy around other people. But to her surprise, Bunna didn't run away. He looked at Lily, twitched his nose, and stayed right where he was. Nary nodded, and Lily gently stroked Bunna's soft fur. Soon, another boy, Tom, came over to see what was happening. Before long, a small group of kids had gathered around the oak tree, all quietly admiring the little bunny.
Nary realized that her special friend was helping her make other friends, too. Lily and Tom started sitting with Nary at lunch, and they would all go to the oak tree together to visit Bunna during recess.
They'd bring him little treats and tell him stories. The oak tree became their special meeting spot, a place of friendship and laughter. One afternoon, Miss Applewood noticed the group of children always gathered at the tree. She came over and saw Bunna happily munching on a piece of lettuce. Instead of telling them not to play with the bunny, she smiled. "It looks like our school has a new mascot," she said warmly. She helped the children build a small, safe shelter for Bunna near the bushes, with fresh water and a cozy bed of straw. Bunna became the beloved friend of the entire class. The children learned to be gentle and quiet around him, and in return Bunna trusted them completely. Nary was so proud. Her first day at school had started with a feeling of loneliness. But by being kind and open to a new friend, even a furry one, she had found a whole community. And so Nary and Bunna's friendship blossomed under the big oak tree, a reminder that friendship can be found in the most unexpected places. All it takes is a little bit of kindness, a shared carrot, and an open heart. Nary knew that her adventures at Sunny Meadows Elementary were just beginning, and with friends like Bunna, Lily, and Tom by her side, every day was going to be wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed Nary and Bunna's story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures. See you next time.